to talk to y'all. Happy Sunday about a vision God gave me, and it was just so piercing. It was so bright. I remember being on my face praying, and He showed me a vision of a rainbow, and it was just it really pierced my eyes. And I remember opening my eyes, I could still see it. And I remember closing my eyes back again, I could still see it. And I said, "Wow, like God is so beautiful." Like I tell you all this all the time, like I'm not lying to you, right? You know, we always hear, well, we know there's always a rainbow after the storm. Well, we know. But you know, I got to put God in everything, baby. I got to put God in. Okay. Let me see what I got for y'all. Let me do the Bible verse here first. And this is 2 Kings 19:30. And the remnant that is escaped of the house of Judah shall yet again take root downward and bear fruit upward. That's 2 Kings 19:30. 2 Kings 20 verse 1. In those days was Hezekiah sick unto death. And the prophet Isaiah the son of Amos came to him and said unto him, Thus said the Lord, set thine house in order, for thou shalt die and not live. Then he turned his face to the wall and prayed unto the Lord, saying, I beseech thee, O Lord, remember now that I have walked before thee in truth and with a perfect heart, and have done that which is good in thy sight. And Hezekiah wept sore. And it came to pass, after Isaiah was gone out into the middle court, that the word of the Lord came to him, saying, so he changed his mind. Because we also have to remember what a remnant is. A remnant of something. A remnant of something is like a memory, right? And this is proof here. Because he said the remnants, let me go back to 2 Kings 19:30. And the remnant that is escaped out of the house of Judah shall yet again take root downward and bear fruit up. Second Kings 26. And I will add unto thy days. And this is the Lord saying this. Because remember, God said something else. God said something else. God told him he'll surely die and not live. But he had to remind God, bring to remembrance who he was. By telling God how he has walked before thee in truth and with a perfect heart, and has done that which is good in the sight of the Lord. He reminded God about that. So again, that's proof there. The remnants downward, they're bored. Is that a word? I know bear. They bear. Or he had some fruit upward, right? He had fruit upward. Because God's remembrance of how he did live bore fruit in heaven. It bare fruit in heaven with the Lord, who changed his mind. And that's why people don't underestimate what you do here, because it could very well change God's mind. And it came to pass after Isaiah was gone out into the middle court that the word of the Lord came to him, saying, Turn again and tell Hezekiah, the captain of my people, thus said the Lord, the God of David thy father, I have heard thy prayer. Because the prayers of the righteous availeth much. Theirs are front in line. Just so y'all know. Theirs get heard first. Okay? And the righteous run in, and they are safe. I have heard thy prayer. I have seen thy tears. Behold, I will heal thee. So at this point, he's not even sick anymore. Because we read he was sick. Not no more. He said, I will heal thee. On the third day, thou shalt go up unto the house of the Lord. And I will add unto thy days 15 years. Y'all. And I will deliver thee and this city out of the hand of the king of Assyria. And I will defend this city for mine own sake and for my servant David's sake. So God didn't only heal him. Let's even go back. God not only, let me tell you something. Woo! You got to be a good man, a righteous man for God to change his mind. Just like Moses, when God was about to wipe all of them out, Moses was like, God, don't do that. Because them people going to blaspheme your name. They're going to think you brought these people out this far just to kill them. Don't do that. And God changed his mind because he agreed. Because of the remnants of Moses. Because of the remnants of Moses and the fruit that he bore. It did not sound right me saying bore. The fruit that he did bear here on earth went upward. So we're going to go back. The man was righteous enough for God to tell him, I'm going to kill you. If his righteousness and the fruit that he did bear downward under heaven went upward to heaven to make God change his mind. Woo! Woo, my God. Then not only to save him, but to heal him and give him 15 more years. Don't be slipping on the fruit that you bear here. Don't be slipping on righteousness. Don't slip on that. Don't sleep. Don't slip. I'm telling you. Because the good that you do could very well change God's mind. Let's get back to talking about this rainbow though. After the storm. I did some Googling. I know all about rainbows and how it happens. So with the Google. Okay? So Google says, I'm actually on Jinx. It's all about weather. It says a rainbow isn't really a thing. And it doesn't exist in a particular place. It is an optical phenomenon, which means that it doesn't happen often. Because every time it rains, you don't always see the rainbow after the rain. It's an optical phenomenon that appears when sunlight and atmospheric conditions are just right. Woo! Woo! And the viewer's position is just right to see it. You know what? read that again. Let me read that again. A rainbow isn't really a thing, and it doesn't exist in a particular place. It is an optical phenomenon that appears when sunlight light from the sun, not the S-U-N, but the S-O-N, which means that he came in and intervened. And atmospheric conditions are just right. So don't ever, 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 ever think you are being tested for no reason. That right there alone is proof. Proof that your pressing creates an atmosphere that is just right. Because with every pressing you have, you've learned something. You've come far. You've gained something. And a lot of people take that for granted and they always think it's about money. No, you've actually gained your life. You've actually gained an extension on your life. You don't have no more high blood pressure. You don't have no more cholesterol issues. You no longer have weight issues. You no longer have money problems. Your enemies have been conquered. Demons, the devils have been conquered. And all of that in itself created the perfect atmosphere for the sunlight to come in, for light from the sun, Jesus, to come in. And change the whole atmosphere. Because anytime we all see a rainbow, it's always like, oh my God, a rainbow. Oh my God, oh my God. Because they don't come after every storm. And I think we expect that too. Because remember, Jesus was tested 3 times in one test. The rainbow ain't come after the first test. Came after the third one. Then I scroll down on, what is this again? Side jinks. And it says, when can you see a rainbow? And it says a rainbow requires water droplets to be floating in the air. That's why we see them right after it rains. The sun must be behind you and the clouds cleared away from the sun for the rainbow to appear. Now, it says a rain. Let's read it again. We're going to read it together. Oh, yes, baby, this is about God. This is about Jesus. A rainbow requires water droplets to be floating. You can't tell me that ain't remnants. You cannot tell me that ain't remnants. Remnants that God, that you stored up down here, that God was able to use up there. So from the remnants, that's why you see them right after it rains. then the Son, ye Jesus, must be behind you. And the clouds cleared away. He clears the clouds away. Woo, my God. Shut. You know what? Woo, my God. I said it. Yo. Yeah. He cleared the clouds away for you. Can't nobody do that but him. Just like he cleared the clouds away for Hezekiah. He healed him and gave him 15 more years because of the remnants. And he cleared away the clouds for you to see the rainbow. Whew, my gosh. Whew. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Yo, 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 yo. Listen. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for being with me. But I didn't even know I was going to take it that far. But, baby, you can't tell me God ain't good. Well, he cleared away the clouds just for you to see the rainbow.